Imagine this: 4 simple vegetables you've cooked 100 times before could actually be the secret to protecting your eyes and even helping them repair themselves while you sleep at night. It might sound surprising, but after more than 30 years working with older adults, I've seen just how painful vision loss can be. The frustration of not feeling safe on the road after dark. The embarrassment of asking someone else to read the menu. The heartbreak of looking at your grandchild's face and realizing it's no longer sharp and clear. These changes creep in so slowly many people don't notice until their independence is already slipping away. The truth is, your eyes aren't failing just because you're getting older. Much of that decline comes from years of hidden inflammation, oxidative stress, and a lack of the very nutrients your eyes need to heal overnight. And that's where food can make a powerful difference. Today, I'm going to walk you through 4 cooked vegetables that do more than fill your plate. Each one carries nutrients that gently support your vision as you rest. And the last one I'll share, the most overlooked of them all, may have the strongest impact. Welcome to Senior Health Formula, the smart approach to staying strong after 60. Here we share clear, practical tips to help you stay healthy, independent, and confident without making it complicated. If that sounds helpful, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Let's start with the strongest vegetable on this list, kale. It may not look very exciting, just a tough leafy green, but when it comes to protecting your eyes as you age, kale really is the heavyweight champion. The reason is simple. Kale is loaded with 2 nutrients your eyes depend on: lutein and zeaxanthin. You can think of them as natural sunglasses inside your eyes. They filter out harmful blue light from screens and sunlight, and they fight off the stress that slowly wears down the delicate cells in your retina. Without enough of them, your central vision, the part you need for reading, recognizing faces, or even pouring a glass of water, becomes more fragile. Kale also brings along vitamin C and vitamin K. Vitamin C keeps the tiny blood vessels in your eyes strong, while vitamin K helps with circulation, so those vessels don't become weak or leaky. Together, these nutrients protect the macula, the central part of your retina, that controls sharp, detailed vision. Here's something many people don't realize: your body doesn't make lutein or zeaxanthin. The only way to get them is through food. And kale is one of the richest sources you'll find anywhere. And kale isn't the only source. Some small everyday seeds are also rich in these same protective pigments and antioxidants, working overnight to keep your eyes clear and strong. I'll be sharing more about those in the next video. And the way you eat kale matters. Raw kale can be tough on digestion and may even block some nutrients. Light cooking, steaming, or sautéing softens those leaves and releases more of the good stuff. Add just a little healthy fat like olive oil or a sprinkle of cheese, and your body can absorb the nutrients far more effectively. That's when kale truly goes to work for your eyes. So how much do you need? Not much at all. Just a small serving a few times a week can make a difference. Think of a 1/4 cup of cooked kale on your dinner plate. Add it to soup, stir it into scrambled eggs, or sauté it with garlic for a simple side dish. You don't have to eat it every day or in large amounts. Consistency is what counts. I once spoke with a man in his 70s who had always been active and independent, but he was beginning to notice that words on the page looked blurry and faces weren't as sharp as before. He didn't want to sit back and just let aging take over. So he started adding a small bowl of sautéed kale to his dinner a few times a week. Months later, his eye exams showed the problem hadn't gotten worse, and he felt more confident reading and recognizing the people around him. For him, that little change brought peace of mind. That's the beauty of kale. It's not a miracle or a magic cure, but it's a simple, natural way to give your eyes exactly what they need to stay stronger for longer. And when you're over 60, every small step like this matters. So the next time you're at the store, don't pass by those dark green leaves. A little bit of kale cooked gently and enjoyed regularly can help protect the vision that keeps you connected to the world and the people you love. Now let's move to a vegetable that everyone has heard about since childhood: carrots. You've probably been told that carrots are good for your eyes. Well, this time, the old saying is absolutely true, especially when it comes to night vision. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, the pigment that gives them their bright orange color. When you eat carrots, your body turns beta-carotene into vitamin A. And vitamin A is what your eyes use to make a protein called rhodopsin. Think of it as the switch that allows your eyes to adjust in the dark. Without enough vitamin A, night driving becomes harder. Glare from headlights feels blinding, and you may notice yourself hesitating when the sun goes down. Here's the part many people don't know: eating raw carrots won't give you the full benefit. The nutrients are locked inside tough plant fibers. When you cook carrots, gently roasting, steaming, or lightly sautéing those fibers, soften and release more beta-carotene. Add a little healthy fat like olive oil or a small pat of butter, and your body absorbs it much better. That simple step can make all the difference. Even more important, your body does much of its repair work while you sleep. That's why eating cooked carrots with dinner is so effective. You're giving your eyes the raw materials they need right before their natural repair shift begins at night. So, how much should you eat? About half a cup of cooked carrots 2 or 3 times a week is a good place to start. Roast them in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil, slice them into soups or stews, or sauté them until tender. It doesn't have to be fancy, just consistent. I remember chatting with a woman in her early 60s who loved to drive to visit her friends but had stopped going out after dark. The glare from headlights makes me nervous, she said. We talked about small, realistic changes she could try. One of them was adding roasted carrots to her evening meals a few times a week. After a couple of months, she told me she felt more comfortable driving at dusk and wasn't straining as much to read road signs. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough to give her confidence back. That's what carrots can do. They don't just fill your plate with color, they quietly support your vision in ways you may not notice right away, but you'll feel in your daily life. Whether it's recognizing a street sign, feeling safer on the road, or simply enjoying an evening walk without struggling to see carrots can make those moments clearer. So don't think of them as just an ordinary vegetable. When cooked the right way, carrots become a tool for independence and confidence, helping your eyes adjust to the night and making the world feel a little brighter, even after sunset. Next on the list is a vegetable you might already keep in your fridge, but may not think of as eye food: broccoli. While carrots sharpen your vision in the dark, broccoli works on a deeper level. It helps protect your eyes from silent damage that builds up over time. The biggest enemy here is inflammation. Most people think of inflammation as sore joints or swelling, but inside the eyes it's much quieter. It slowly weakens the tiny blood vessels that feed your retina and damages the light-sensitive cells you rely on to see clearly. Over the years, this hidden stress is what leads to blurred central vision, wavy lines, or dark spots that can signal the start of macular degeneration. Broccoli is powerful because it naturally contains lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective pigments found in your retina. They gather in the macula, the central camera lens of your eye, and act like a shield protecting against the wear and tear of light exposure and everyday oxidative stress. On top of that, broccoli also provides antioxidants that calm inflammation and support the strength of your eye tissue. But here's the key: broccoli's nutrients are trapped in its dense fibers. If you eat it raw, most of the good stuff never makes it into your bloodstream. Light steaming or gentle sautéing breaks those fibers down, unlocking lutein and zeaxanthin so your body can actually use them. Add a dash of olive oil or even a sprinkle of shredded cheese and absorption gets even better. That small detail pairing with a bit of healthy fat makes broccoli much more effective for your eyes. So what's the right amount? About half a cup of lightly steamed broccoli 2 to 3 times a week is enough to give your eyes steady support. You don't need to turn it into a huge serving. Add it as a side to dinner, toss it into pasta, or mix it into a stir-fry. The important thing is to prepare it so it's tender but still green, not boiled to death. That's when it keeps the most nutrients. I once spoke with a retired teacher who loved reading but had started to give up on books because the words seemed to blur together. She didn't need a complicated plan, just small changes. She began adding broccoli to her evening meals a few nights each week. A month later, she told me I can read my morning paper again without squinting. That small improvement gave her back a daily habit she thought she was losing forever. That's the gift broccoli offers. It doesn't promise instant results or perfect eyesight. Instead, it quietly protects your vision from the inside, one meal at a time. For older adults, where every small bit of clarity matters, broccoli can be the steady ally that keeps you enjoying the details of life. The words on a page, the smile of a loved one, or the beauty of a sunset. So the next time you steam a pot of broccoli, remember you're not just eating a vegetable. You're giving your eyes a shield against the slow, silent damage of aging. Finally, let's talk about a vegetable that many people overlook because it seems too plain or too mild: zucchini. It doesn't have the bold color of carrots or the deep green of kale, but don't let its soft appearance fool you. For aging eyes, zucchini can be a quiet but powerful helper. One of the most common problems people over 60 face is dry, irritated eyes. As we get older, the body naturally holds less water, tear production slows down, and the tissues in the eyes lose some of their natural moisture. That's why so many older adults describe their eyes as gritty burning or uncomfortable, especially at night. Zucchini is more than 90% water, which makes it one of the most hydrating vegetables you can put on your plate. But hydration is just the start. Zucchini also brings in vitamin C, which helps protect eye tissue from damage and supports the collagen structure that keeps your eyes strong. It also contains manganese, a trace mineral that plays a role in protecting the retina from stress and supporting healthy enzyme activity. Together, these nutrients work to soothe dryness and strengthen fragile tissues that often get weaker with age. The best part, zucchini is extremely gentle on the stomach. For older adults who may struggle with digestion, heavy meals, or loss of appetite, zucchini is easy to eat and easy to absorb. Because it's soft and mild in flavor, it can be cooked in many ways without overwhelming the dish. So how should you prepare it? The simplest way is to lightly sauté zucchini in olive oil, or steam it until tender. Then season it with just a pinch of salt or herbs. You don't need a large amount, even half a zucchini. A few nights a week can provide hydration and nutrients to support your eyes. Some people enjoy blending it into soups where it almost disappears in flavor, but still delivers its benefits. The key is to eat it regularly, especially at dinner, so your body can use the hydration and antioxidants during its natural repair cycle at night. I once met a gentleman in his early 80s who told me he dreaded bedtime because his eyes stung the moment he closed them. He had tried drops, but the relief never lasted. We talked about small changes he could make, and one of them was adding zucchini to his dinners several times a week. A month later, he told me the stinging had eased and he was finally sleeping through the night without rubbing his eyes. For him, zucchini didn't just help his vision, it gave him back peaceful rest. That's what makes zucchini special. It may not reverse major eye conditions, but it creates the conditions for comfort and healing. When your eyes are better hydrated and protected, you wake up with less irritation, less strain, and more energy to enjoy your day. So don't underestimate this mild green vegetable. Adding zucchini to your weekly meals is a simple, gentle way to care for your eyes, and sometimes the quietest foods bring the greatest relief. We've covered a lot together, and I hope you can see now just how powerful simple foods can be when they're chosen with care. 4 everyday vegetables: kale, carrots, broccoli, and zucchini, each bring something unique to the table. Kale loads your eyes with the protective pigments they need most. Carrots sharpen your night vision so you can feel more confident after dark. Broccoli helps calm the quiet inflammation that slowly damages the retina. And zucchini soothes, hydrates, and brings comfort, especially when dry, tired eyes make rest difficult. On their own, each vegetable has its own role. But when you add them together, gently cooked and enjoyed a few nights a week, they become more than just food. They turn into a simple ritual of care, a way to feed your body what it needs to repair and protect itself while you sleep. No complicated supplements, no harsh treatments, just real nourishment prepared in a way your body can use. The bigger message here is this: losing your vision doesn't have to mean losing your independence. Yes, our eyes change with age. Yes, reading glasses and brighter lights may become part of daily life. But you still have influence over how quickly those changes happen and how much clarity you can hold on to. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your cells are still listening. Your eyes still respond to care. Small choices like a plate of steamed kale, a bowl of roasted carrots, or a spoonful of zucchini soup can add up over time to make a real difference. Think about what that means in your daily life. Being able to read your morning paper without squinting. Feeling safe driving to visit friends at dusk. Looking at your grandchild smile and seeing every detail clearly. These are the moments that matter, and they're worth protecting. So if you take one thing away from today, let it be this: it's never too late to start. Every small step you make toward feeding your body well is an investment in the life you still want to live: clear, confident, and connected. Thank you for spending this time with us here at Senior Health Formula, the smart approach to staying strong after 60. We share clear, practical tips to help you stay healthy, independent, and confident without making it complicated. If this message encouraged you today, give this video a like, share it with someone you care about, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next simple, science-backed tip for healthy aging. In our next video, we'll be talking about 4 common seeds you can eat before bed that deliver powerful nutrients to your eyes while you sleep. Just like the vegetables we covered today, these seeds are simple, affordable, and surprisingly effective at supporting clearer, more comfortable vision overnight. I can't wait to share those with you, so I'll see you in the next video.